Shalom, shalom l'kulam. I know that a lot of you have been studying Hebrew for a little while, and you probably have your alphabet down pretty well. And you know your vowels, you can begin to read. You're probably pulling out some roots, either you're using your Strong's or Blue Letter Bible is a real helpful reference. Maybe some of you already have these books. If you have the Jeff Benner's Ancient Lexicon, or maybe you have this etymological dictionary of ancient Hebrew, biblical Hebrew. These are y'all useful tools. And what I would like to do is help you sort out what's around the roots so you can see a little more closely what it is that you're looking at. Hebrew is an interesting language. It's a uniquely designed language because our Father designed it for us. And it's a very dense language. Hebrew has 22 letters, as you probably know. And exactly half of those letters, 11 of them, are used for specific markers as prefixes or suffixes. So we're going to start today, and we're going to start with the letter He, which is the 5th letter of the alphabet. Part of my goal in doing this is to help you not only tease out the roots from the words that you're reading in Tanakh, but also we're going to practice using handwriting. We're going to use the names of the books in Hebrew, and we're also going to use the letters as they're used for numbers just to help you practice those kinds of things. So the letter He has a lot of uses, maybe about 6, and you got your vocative and your locative and your injunctive, and just to help you sort all that out. We'll see how far we get today. The letter He is written in handwriting like this. We have a larger piece of a circle and a smaller piece inside it. Okay? Make it in 2 pieces. 1, 2. And so it looks a little bit like your block He. Do not do this. It's not one circle inside the other. It looks like. So what we want to do is learn enough to be practical about what we're looking at without having to learn every single little rule. You might have looked at a Hebrew grammar. There's a lot of big vocabulary in it, and it's not necessary to know all that. We're going to start with the He that creates the definite article, and that's probably the one that you're most familiar with. The most common vowel that we see under the He for the definite article is the patah. That's straight line. Under certain circumstances, you're going to see a kamatz, and that's going to be with your guttural letters, sometimes aleph or ayin. You will see the kamatz. And then sometimes you'll see a segol, the little 3 dots, and that will tell us sometimes words that start with He or Chet are going to have a segol. Usually the patah. So we're going to look at some scriptures now and see the examples for the He that is the definite article. Hebrew does not have an indefinite article, so one less thing to worry about. The first scripture we're going to look at is in Bereshit. Bereshit, in the beginning and a beginning, Aleph. Aleph is the first letter. It's going to be chapter 1. Bereshit Aleph. Pasuk. Pasuk means verse. Pasuk Harishon. The first pasuk. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim v'et ha'aretz. Probably already know this verse by heart. When we look at hashamayim, we see it's the heavens, and we see the patah. When we look at ha'aretz, we see the kamatz, and that's because of the aleph. They both mean the heavens and the earth. If we look at verse 2, we're going to find the mayim. At the end of the verse, apnei hamayim, the mem leads us to the patah, the waters. In verse 7, we see about the rakia. Harakia takes a kamatz because of the resh. The resh is one of the guttural letters. In verse 14, we see about the day and the night. To divide ben hayom uven halayla, the yud and the lamed both lead us to the patach, the day and the night. We also want to remember that whenever you have a definite article on a noun, the adjective that follows it will also have a definite article. So when we look in verse 16, we see that Yahweh's creating the two lights, the great lights, and the small light. Hama'or hagadol lememshelet hayom bet hama'or hakatan lememshelet halayla. So what is that? Hama'or hagadol. It is the large light. Ma'or, that's mem, that's going to lead us to hey with patach. And hagadol, gimel, that's going to lead us to hey with patach, to rule over the day, hayom. And hama'or hakatan. Again, they're both going to have patach. And both the adjective and the noun take the definite article. Tehillim is the name of the book of Psalms, and that's where we're going next. But when we cite each psalm and we talk about each psalm, we call it mizmor. Mizmor means like a song. So in mizmor, kuf, kaf, aleph. Kuf is 100, kaf is 20, aleph is 1. Psalm 121, kuf, kaf, aleph, in the first verse. Shir lema'alot, esa enai el heh-harim. And so here we see the hey with the segol because of the hey of harim. Heh-harim, to the mountains. In Divrei Hayamim, bet, Divrei Hayamim in Chronicles, bet, the second Chronicles, in Perek Zion. Zion is the 4:7 in this chapter 7. And the verse is Shmone, Pasuk Shmone. The 8th verse. And we see, V'ya'as Shlomo et hachag be'et hahi. And Solomon made what? He-chag. Because of the chet, we see the segel under the hay. The holiday, the chag. Also in Yechezkel, Yechezkel is Ezekiel. Perek is chapter, Perek Mem Hey. Mem is for 40, Hey is for 5, Perek Mem Hey. In Pasuk, Esther Mishalosh, Pasuk 23. We read, V'shivat yemei he-chag, the 7 days of the holiday. Again, the hey with the segel because of the chet, he-chag. So this is an introduction, and I hope that you have enjoyed this. We're going to go through all the uses of hey over the course of as many lessons as it takes, and we'll go on to the uses of the other letters. Tasim et einayim al shamayim. Keep your eye on the sky. Your redemption draweth nigh. Shalom.